the old glasses situation sorted out there, Greg, with like on the top of the head, and then straight down onto the eyes for the close-up work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Looking good.
I bet that's a hit in the bedroom.
I got two pairs, one for here and one for in there.
I've got sunglasses up here, and
is it a monocle or something?
Yeah, I'd love a monocle. I really would.
I go to the bedroom with my bedroom monocle.
A pair of opera glasses.
Yeah, some pince-nez. Yeah.
It's like trying to make it more challenging with a monocle because it'd ruin your depth perception.
It would really be so bad.
You're like, right, I'm doing this hard mode. Monocle goes in.
I'm going in super hardcore. Yeah.
It'd be difficult with opera glasses as well because you're trying to do everything sexually. Like, you've only got one. Do you know what I mean? You've got one hand disabled, and everywhere on top, like the amount of fucking strength you'd need.
Yeah. Like, it's a good workout.
Yeah. Well, I was dating a girl a few years ago, and I had like sciatica. Like I had proper like sciatic problems for like 6 weeks, and fucking hell, like. Do you know what? That was really impressive on my part. Sometimes how well you can perform when you're under duress. That says good things about you. Your sort of basic technique. Do you know what I mean? It's like if do you know what I mean? If you're like an impressive tennis player, it's not how good your forehand is when you can step into it and whip it. It's how good it is, off your back foot when it's tricky, crossing it like that.
You have far more energetic bedroom fun than I have. Nothing happens off the back foot. It's definitely basic technique all the way.
All right. Gentlemen,
please let us know when we are.
Gentlemen, I did actually record all of that. Entire conversation.
Sorry, it sounded terribly arrogant.
It was amazing. No,
he was a fantastic lover, even with sciatica.
Yeah,
off the back foot, no looking.
Yeah, no, indeed.
360 no scope.
Some 6 out of 10 sex with sciatica again. Whatever they.
God bless sciatica. You still see it?
6 out of 10.
Oh, I know.
It's a pass. Anyway,
all right. I believe we can. From that point of view, everyone roll a d20.
Sorry, I'm still laughing.
Where's my dice? What am I doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Oh, well, a natural one's not going to help Garavid very much here, I'm guessing.
Where we're all getting our low rolls.
Look at that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And it's the highest number.
Cirrus pulls out a 19.
All right.
A sciatic 19.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's 4. That's the technique.
Talk yourselves up before rolling tonight. That's what you got to do. All right, gentlemen. Garavid, you're up to
karaoke. So
before you do, 1 second. What have I done? Oh no! What have I done? I stuffed everything up. Oh no! I'm an idiot.
Is this going to be a terrible?
Get started. Get started. You'll all end up in the right spots at the right time at some point in time. It's all good.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
Shall I go for the recap then?
Go for the recap, sir.
All right, so we began last week down by the pools again, which we discovered are pretty nasty. There seems to be something. There was something in them, which we weren't too happy about. So we came out of the pools, and we decided to actually drag the 3 in the lower pool out so we could kill them. As a way, so they stopped regenerating. The other 2, we didn't want to go into the pool because there was something in there that was attacking us. So we kind of left those and would occasionally stick an arrow in them or whatever to keep them not so they don't get fully regenerated. But then we saw something shiny in the fountain, which through various methods we managed to get out. We've tried to fish it was under a dead body, which we tried to fish out with an axe on the end of a rope, which didn't really work. So then we just waded in there and just dragged it out of the way to discover the shiny thing, which we then managed to also get out. And turned out it was a cleaning blob of goo or something. I don't actually know what the proper description was, but it cleans things which is quite awesome, which we then put in a pot.
It has a name, Rich. It has a name.
It's a cleaning goo.
No, it's been named.
Cube. It's a it has been named.
I believe
remember.
Mundus was the name.
Mundus, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Mundus, the cleaning cube in a pot at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we made our way, after sorting that out, we're like, yeah, nothing else here. Then we made our way back up to the top, up to this cavern that we hadn't really explored, only to come across some more of these spore monsters that were coming down from the ceiling. One was easily dispatched without causing any problems. The other one, naively, Garavid measured the distance from the center of the body, not from the little toe sticking out of the monster. So himself and Toe were in spore explosive range and got proper damaged from that one. Then we went down, we had a little bit of a look around, and then there was this thin wall that we discovered here. After a lot of bashing around, we managed to get through the wall, only to discover a troll in there whose last words and then the end of the session was, "Oh shit."
Nicely done.
That's where it was left, yeah.
That is very much where it was left. So the entire group are standing at this entranceway that was knocked down by an eldritch blast by Garavid. Everyone walked up. And yes, at this point in time, you see this large troll looking at you, looking back over his left shoulder and then looking at you, and as you said, he just turns and looks straight through at everyone and just goes, "Oh shit," and he turns around to walk away from where you are back into the tunnel area that he is in at this moment in time. So he, for some reason I'm not on the right map on my screen, hopefully on yours. You see him before you're able to do anything, do nothing, because I'm not on the right layer. He runs off. What do you do?
Yes, Mark, have we had a rest? Did you have a rest last week?
You did have a rest.
We did, yeah. We had
outside. You had a full rest, and Keith and yourself, Cirrus, actually leveled up to level 3. I managed to flick it over for you.
Cheers, mate.
But you can pick spells now if you wanted to prepare a different spell.
I've sorted with them. I was only asking if we got it.
So you took a long rest, and everything that Garavid just mentioned happened. I think Garavid and Toe may have a little bit of damage on their side.
A little bit. I took like 20 points of damage.
May have a little bit of damage on their side in case you want to do that. Anyway, what are you doing? This troll has turned around, gone, "Oh shit," and has run off into some darkness area.
Okay. So Keith says, "Guys, he hasn't been aggressive straight away. We shouldn't let the bloodlust overtake us."
He's a troll, isn't he? He deserves it.
Does he?
Just
because he's a troll?
Let's move forward cautiously, chaps.
Yeah.
Just
in case he's gone off to find more trolls.
Or actually, Cirrus,
have
you got a healing spell? Or how bad are you, Toe?
I'm less than half.
Yeah, I've only got 9 out of 26 left.
I got 13
proper done.
Yeah,
is there any chance you could? Is it a cantrip you're healing? Do you have cantrips?
It's not.
It's cleric, and you don't have cantrips. Is there any chance you could heal me, young fella?
Well, the best spell I could do for both of you will take 10 minutes.
I mean, I can do something. I
don't need to use that spell, but the best I could do with 10. But obviously, that would bring its own problems. It's not that I need to do it at all.
You've got to listen to clouds for 10 minutes.
Yeah. What do you mean got to? Why would that be? What's wrong with that?
He'd love to.
He doesn't have to.
That's elixir or some potion or what did you give me before? That intoxicating
So
stuff?
as you're all talking and discussing, you just start hearing something that Toe and Keith heard a little bit muffled when you were out the front of the taking a rest as you were chatting in Gnomish about the rest of the party. You just hear this tink, 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 tink.
Boom.
From down the corridor.
from down the corridor.
From down this entrance.
Here?
No,
Okay.
a little way down, but you're hearing a frantic tinking sound.
Frantic tinking.
Keith, you're quite small, nimble, and can see in the dark. Do you want to pop along down there and see what the tinking's about and come back and tell us?
I shall investigate.
Off you go, son.
I would like
good
to.
man.
You pop
If
along
you're not
there.
back in 10 minutes, we'll come look for you.
I would like to stealth into the gloom.
No, can I go with him? Make this a gnomish.
You can go with him. Yes.
Totally.
So, can you... Sorry. Have you got much of, I know it's likely to be more, poultices or... forgive me, I don't really know the... more sort of, I don't know, homeopathic nature of healing, but is there anything you can do for yourself in that regard?
No.
No.
But I can. I got this second window, so I could do that. Might do that while I'm here.
No, sorry, I'm talking to Toe here. I'll look after you, Gareth, just if we had split our resources somehow.
Toe, do let me know if you require a translation of what our cloud-based friend is saying at any time. He's asking if you can sort yourself out with any restorative medicines.
I can. I barely understood that, but I got the gist. So I'm good for now. I can sort myself when need be. I think I'm going to stealth first though, before starting myself.
Gareth, let me add.
So just to get a point of order across just before he goes, so Garavid you see him touch himself on the chest, but he's still a little bit encumbered from the blast, and he's actually feeling a little bit lethargic still from there. So Garavid, you still have 1 point of exhaustion.
I do,
in your
yes.
list. And Cirrus and Keith, I believe, drank some of the water that you had, or this potion bottle that you were given.
Downers.
That you had the downers. Those would have worn off after your long rest, so you're no longer under the effects of those downers. I just wanted to clarify that. So back to it.
Cure wounds on a. Okay.
So you touch. Who did you touch there?
That was for Garavid.
For Garavid. So you go up to
lovely.
Garavid and give him a cure wounds.
Nice one, Sam.
How you feeling
Thank
with
you
that?
very much.
There's more, I mean, sometimes a bit of words. I mean, I feel we've had about 68, 69, 68% cloud cover while we're here now. Maybe if I feel
I
like
stealth
talking
into the gloom as he starts talking about
quickly.
clouds.
Okay,
I shake my head.
So make anyone as you head in there, make a stealth check.
It's not bother doing that again, Rich, by the way, if that would help.
No, it's great. That's taken me right up. Well, it's 21 out of 26. I got 6 temporary as well, so that's cool.
So the two gnomes are heading. Wow, the two gnomes are heading stealthily in.
Okay, so
Proper stealthy. It's disappeared.
as you go in there,
Keith,
Keith, you're holding to the shadows a little bit. Toe, you're doing pretty good, but you still all of a sudden hear this somewhat. You hear this voice from the corridor, still tinking away, going, "Stay away, stay away," and then
Any further?
it's in the tunnel somewhere. You have 60 feet of vision, right? So you see to basically where you are. There's none of this luminescent light or bioluminescent light in this part where you're at right now. I will.
No, you'll we just want to talk.
Put the
Okay.
pick down.
Should we edge forward a bit here, fellas? Because I think the stealth side of it may have gone.
Roll either persuasion or deception, depending on what you're trying to do with that. We just want to talk.
No, I'm genuine.
Okay. So roll your persuasion.
Oh, this is gonna be shit, huh?
I feel like I'm just copying your Rich, to be fair.
Okay. No! Stay away! Okay. Toe, make a dexterity check for me. And Keith as well. Just make a acrobatics. Dexterity. Okay. Toe, Keith, and Cirrus make a dexterity, not a save, a dexterity. An acrobatics check, which should be. Cirrus make an Okay. All right. As you walk through, and even though you're stealthing through, you're a little bit loud, Toe. All of a sudden, from above you in this cave, drops down one of these mushroomy-like things, and
Run away.
tries to tentacle you into submission, but you manage to duck out of the way, only just. And actually, it wasn't expecting anything else to come into this room, and it goes down. And Cirrus, even though you're not that nimble, it manages to actually miss you as it goes to try to take a swipe at you as well. And it came down, and it's slowly hovering back up into the ceiling. The ceilings in this room are 20 feet high, and there's a little hole, as of saying, these sort of whacker holes in the roof that are sort of slowly going back up.
Can we
move away from that?
Move away, yeah. We'll move away and see if our wizard friends could throw a firebolt up there.
So it's in the middle, is it?
So I will show you. Sorry, 1 second. Oops.
We also check to see if there's any more in this room. Just quick scan of the roof.
Actually, you're all in the room, and Toe, you have night vision as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, so basically you see on the roof.
Oh God.
Here, as you've managed to walk in, but you're now in this space.
Come out!
Alright, if we stay away from these guys, they don't hurt us, right? Unless we make slow.
So you would have seen that it tried to make a swipe out at Cirrus over there, so... you probably see that it has maybe a 10-foot sort of thing, but it comes down and swipes and heads back up in the air, so... what are you doing?
I want to sneak back out the room and shout at the troll guy to be careful because of the mushroom people.
Okay. When you had seen the troll standing in and yelling out shit, you noticed that these things didn't come down in his direction. You're probably gathering that the stench that this troll has is probably not something that these feel like they can do anything to.
I would definitely try and leave the room.
Okay, so
Can I try and stealth back out, or is it acrobatics now?
You are hidden at the moment. I
was shouting as well, though. I shouted at the dude.
Yeah, so I would say you can make 2 choices. You can either try to stealth back out again underneath the sort of cover of this little rock, or you can do an acrobatic sort of thing to sort of parkour around or whatever.
He is a stealthy gnome. I will try and stealth out.
Is there any other way through here for after this troll?
At the moment, you can see as far as you see there. So
I know there's something here. If that tink, 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 do you think it was like
where you're standing, Toe? You can see. No one else would be able to see this yet, but I'll set it up for everyone. 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah, you see to about there from where you are at the moment. Keith, as you run out or slowly maneuver your way out, it somehow seems to be just continuing on its way up and doesn't notice you as you're heading out.
As he's going away, can I yell, "Where are you going? What are you doing? Come back!"
Like, those spores, they get out. You're going to do us, you're going to get a lung full of spores.
I thought if we kill them with fire, they don't explode. Is that wrong?
The tinkering at this point in time stops.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the fire consumed them all.
Does fire, when they get killed by fire, do they still blow up like with a 20-foot radius?
So
if you gentlemen want to stand under next to it, I'm happy to firebolt it and we can find out.
Yeah,
or you can get away from them.
Yeah, you've all been in the room so far, and you will have noticed that every time they've been hit, they've exploded.
All right. So I'll stand here though. If we get this one first, I can see here.
So you stand away.
Is that far enough away? So you have to take it from. It was 20, wasn't it? So 20,
I'd like to be out of range for it blowing up, certainly.
Yeah, go back out.
This one here, as you step to where you are right now, this one here drops down slowly from the roof and takes a swipe out at you, but misses as well with its tentacles that it has flowing down. It's like a box jellyfish sort of style. It's these small little ribbon tentacles that are actually the things that are swiping out at you.
So we're seeing this.
Yeah, I'd come out.
We've seen
blast it.
We've seen Toe navigate through this section. So I'm assuming that at this point we've worked out that if we cut through the middle of this part, we're safe either side. But obviously this section here needs dealing with, because unless we're all going to stealth past.
Yeah,
I'm very happy to deal with him once everybody is out of the way.
Okay.
Is everybody out of the way?
Constantine.
So, I'm out.
Toe, just while they're getting out of the way, make yourself a perception check with disadvantage as all of this is going on around you and you're walking a tightrope to try to make sure you're staying out of the way.
Here is on one knee trying to protect everyone. Obviously, because I've done that, they'll probably have advantage on it, I would imagine. So, not that there's a roll.
It's almost impossible to roll a 0 on a dice. How did you manage?
An 18. That doesn't make sense.
How did you roll a 0 on a dice?
You've won the internet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That is the end of the campaign. That was the goal.
You've just broken Dungeons and Dragons.
You got the golden ticket.
A big foot just comes down and squashes you.
That's for the end of my life in lockdown.
Maybe can someone else roll a dice just as a check?
There we go.
What were you rolling?
Friday.
Okay.
Right click and then disadvantage.
Shift gives you the advantage, and
but if you right click, there's an option that says disadvantage.
Yes, but if you hold down Shift, it will automatically choose for you. Okay. Yeah. So, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm waiting till everyone's out of the way. And when everyone's out of the way, I'm going to fire bolt.
Do it.
Back
Yeah.
one there.
Do it.
So
Do
yeah,
it.
Toe's far enough away, so we
Do
can
it.
take care of this one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do it then. As everyone's shouting, "Do it, do it!" That's normally a good time to do something.
Do it.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Come on,
nothing like
Russ.
the mob mentality.
Come on, Russ, just do it, man.
Yeah.
That.
You fire off at this thing, and two things happen simultaneously. This blob on the roof explodes and sends out some spores that flow nicely to the ground as you've hit it and got rid of it. And rushing out of the cavern, just up to right near Toe, is this troll that yells at him, "Get out!"
I'd be like, whoa, settle down. We were sent here.
And he grabs his club. "Get out!
Hey, we're just here to speak to the leader.
Get out!" You can probably tell that he doesn't have a lot of vocabulary. He is
You have
speaking.
to speak to your elected representative.
He is speaking common. He is looking at you as you just talk, and he's freaking out.
Can I say it in Gnomish? Maybe he understands Gnomish.
You can try saying it in Gnomish.
I just want to in Gnomish. We're just like, chill out, bro. We're just here to speak to the leader.
I hear. Do I hear this from the other side?
You probably hear this. He's probably saying this loud enough.
I chuckle to myself and nudge him like, yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing that none of them can understand him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a giant who knows a couple of words in common and giant. That's effectively what he's got at this moment in time. You talk to him, he looks down at you, and what he'll do is just swing down his club, not to hit you, just next to you, and just go, "Get out!"
Get out!
All right.
Don't
no,
always
like,
judge
looking a
the
bit
well,
confused.
fellas.
A little bit confused and say, what, this way or this way? Like, this, which way do you want me to go? Like, I'm not sure. But then also, while I'm doing that, yell at the other guys, get the fuck in here now.
Yeah, come in.
Pop those
Yeah.
other mushrooms.
So he's standing there yelling at you, "Get out," and he's looking over his shoulder as you're doing this and going, "Shit, shit, 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 shit." And then some other words
I thought you wanted us to get out. I'm confused now.
Other words in giant.
I'm gonna pop the one on the left-hand side of me.
Can I use vicious mockery to shout at the one on the bottom on the right, which would be on the right of us?
The one on the bottom right, vicious
if-
mockery.
Sure.
You certainly can try.
I'm gonna call him a terrible purple-headed warrior.
Okay.
A bishop in a turtleneck.
A womb broom.
You yell. Okay, so you call out and talk to this thing as a vicious purple-headed warrior. Yeah, it just sort of, it's staying floating in the ceiling. It doesn't have any reaction.
I'll blast it.
I'm going to blast the one on the left.
Yeah, I'll blast the one at the top. And miss. Oh, hit.
Okay. Yeah, they both hit. They both explode. Toe.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the fuck out of the way. Which one are you going
You
for?
were out the way, no?
Toe.
Yeah.
He was out the way
one at a
before.
time.
No.
You know what Garethid's like? He don't give a shit, really.
Toe.
whether you're there
He
or
was
not.
out the way before.
Toe. No.
He was.
He was standing in here.
Yeah, he
He
was.
was within 15 feet.
He was. He was.
And of this
Please
one.
roll.
From both.
Firstly, roll for the top one as it explodes. I need you to do 3 things right now. First thing is you need to roll a perception or a perception check, like to see if you could have worked out which one they said they were going to fire at. Okay, you know which one they're going to fire at first, so you have a bit of an opportunity here. So roll an acrobatics check. You needed to beat a 6. The first one. Roll another acrobatics check. Oh, Jesus. All right. You needed to beat an 8. You needed to beat an 8.
Hey.
So,
nimble. No one thinks gnomes are nimble.
these 2 purple things explode. At the same time as exploding, they burst out into the space. You see, everyone sees this in slow motion as basically Toe does a backflip from one of them as he flies away, and as he lands, slides underneath and pushes off and jumps the other way as the cloud sort of comes out at him, sort of superhero style, as he moves away from this cloud. And as he then stops, he looks up, and there is a troll right next to him with a giant club. Roll initiative.
For all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone passed him?
No, he's blocking it at this moment in time.
Yeah, this is solid initiative roll.
Oh, I forgot to.
Oh man.
It's all right. Yes, I rolled a 1 as well.
I pressed it like 5 times, my man.
Wow.
Oh, because I had the measure on not the pointer.
Yeah, you guys, that's all right. So, wait a second. Toe, did you roll initiative?
Rolled an 8.
You did. You rolled an 8.
I rolled us tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, it's rolling.
We got
terribly.
0.
Just waiting.
We
for
weren't
that.
talking about our previous sexual exploits when we're doing it. That's the problem.
I'm waiting for the natural 20s to happen. Just as
That's what I say to everybody. Just wait for the natural 20s to happen.
yeah.
I've just taken this pill. Give me 20 minutes and then.
Yeah.
I want to be doing it at advantage.
Thank you, honey. Roll for initiative. Sorry, I've got a headache.
Sound like you've said that before, Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Rolled played sex.
Garavid, where are you on my map?
He's
The
here.
last person I dated proper got a sulk on me because I couldn't have sex. I had horrible migraine. Like, do you know what I mean? I was being sick. Like, I had to hide my eyes from the fuck. And she got proper left on them. Went home. It's like, I'm obviously not doing this to piss her off.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
You thought you were faking it.
To be fair, it's gonna.
Sorry, just need to quickly do a reset.
I do, yeah. Like my selection, you know what I mean. I could do better.
So more empathetic is what you're after, really, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
My choice of friends is excellent, fellows.
Garavid, it will be you with that 16 up first. However, before you get a chance to go, the troll will get a surprise round off.
Will it win the speedboat?
I just have to add all of the turns in. What's his 1? 14.
Thanks for letting me buy everything on Warhammer. By the way, Paul, I appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
So not that I wish to cross the streams. So what is happening with that? Do we just buy it, or what goes ahead?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fantastic, very good.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't find Dragon's Blood.
Yeah.
So I could, but I'm gonna figure out a way for him to get that. But otherwise,
What about Dragon Blood Shop?
What about you buy a dragon and then kill it?
Exactly.
it's not on the list.
It's really weird, isn't it?
All right, Toe.
Unless you're about that later as well. Sorry, just cause there's something that she asked me, but sorry, yeah.
That's okay. Toe, a 21 hits.
Hello.
Oh, it's only a troll.
10 points of damage.
Wow, so this guy does not want to draw.
Okay. So he was holding his club up. You pop forward in front of him after he's told you to get out. So he swipes down his club at you and just yells out at you, get out. And under his, like, he's at the same time a bit frantic, going, oh, shit. Garavid, what do you want to do?
I'll move to there and then I'll blast him.
We're going to attack him, are we? Is that what we're doing, boys? We're going to finish him off.
Okay.
Well, he attacked first.
All right.
To be fair.
It's like when you're in a just pushing someone. Come on, punch me. Punch me. Hit me.
Okay.
Wow. All of 5 damage.
25 will hit. Just give me a second.
I think it's time to bring some frivolity into this encounter. Might try a bit of hideous laughter on him.
All right.
And
See
then,
if we can incapacitate
then you can
him.
cuss him, Keith, while he's laughing.
Okay,
Like the
so
sound of that.
Garavid, you fire out your blast at him. Yep, that hits, and he does 5 points of damage. Okay. What else do you want to do?
That's it. So I've just moved up.
Okay.
I'm fine now.
That's now his turn as he gets whacked with this eldritch energy, and he sort of has swiped down a bit, and he's now sitting there going, fuck.
Can I look out for him like puppy dog eyes?
Fuck.
Full on puppy dog eyes right in his face.
Make
Maybe
a
start crying a bit.
make a performance roll for me.
Look at that.
So your performance seems really good. He is dumb as hell, and he's just been blasted by this thing, sees this guy come up, these 2 other things get whacked out. He's having whacked down his sort of big club down on the ground, is going to take a step back into a space where he basically is trying to put his whole body out to block off where he's standing and what's behind him. And he's going to stand there and hold his action. And again, get out!
Why get an attack of opportunity then?
If you want to take an attack of opportunity, you could.
Yeah, I'll just hit me. So I'm going to, should I leave him?
Don't hurt me, Mr. Troll.
Yeah, well, he started it.
He definitely started it.
You're on.
Argumentation would be that he did start
I mean, we might have broken into his house, but he started it.
And we killed all his mushrooms that he's been growing.
Yeah.
All right.
It's essentially a drugs bust.
You hit
I
him
can't remember
with
an
the-
attack to him first.
You hit him with a shillelagh as he steps back, and he looks down, and he's really, like, he's both confused and angry, and now he's getting hit, and is starting to build into more of a other feeling. Something in his eyes is starting to flicker, you would notice from where you're standing, Toe.
Good.
I think
That
it
was
might be
his
love.
turn. Toe, it is your go.
My turn. All right. I would like to cast Hold Person on the troll.
Okay. Pop that as a VTT in the chat so that we can just see what it looks like. Right. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed.
Is that a humanoid, a troll, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 bipedal, isn't it? It's human.
What
isn't it?
it's classed as.
Maybe we can
I
speak.
don't know what it's classed as.
I don't know.
It is an amazing spell.
It is a good spell.
I personally will class.
Imagine the troll's like really far away and a person's like really close up. They'd be the same-ish, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So you consider it humanoid.
Yeah, it'll have a classification. Yeah.
This troll.
Using human objects.
All right. You send this out at him. What's the saving? What does it say the saving
Wisdom,
throw
isn't it?
is?
Wisdom.
Yeah, no.
Wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
14.
All right. You look at him and just yell out in this sort of way, this sort of using this piece of iron from your pocket that you pull out, and then you yell out at him, and he sort of stiffens up a little bit with his club where it is. Looks like it may have worked.
Yay!
Told you it was love. Right. Keith, are you going to crawl underneath his legs?
Yeah, can I crawl underneath his legs now with my movement and see what's behind him?
Go for it.
Every hit's a crit.
So you go in behind.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Every melee hit's a crit.
You go in behind him. His eyes, which are not paralyzed, look terrified. You go past, and you see
Good to hear.
a end of a tunnel or an end of this sort of cave-like area, and you see at the base down in this area here, you see a mass of rubble and stone and rocks that have somewhat caved from the roof, cascading down to this area at the bottom of lying on the stony floor. You can make a quick perception check if you would like to.
Yeah, I want to scan the roof again. Scan the ceiling for more of these mushroom fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Perception or investigation?
Are you scanning the whole room you're scanning at? So if
Yeah.
you're scanning or looking for something, make a you can make an investigation check. You are still, as you have sent off this whole person, and you're really concentrating on the spell, and there's this giant troll that has whacked you. You're not yet really clearly seeing in this very dark environment. You're taking a moment or two to see. What you can see is that there's this rubble here. At the end, you don't know much more other than it's cascaded down.
Oh, I still got a bonus action? Let me use that.
No, I'll say that sort of running in there and investigating and checking everything could have been an action, so I'll say that's part of your turn.
So no bonus action?
No bonus action.
Oh.
I'll take the bonus action was you to look around.
Right.
You're so... The natural one.
Yeah, then I'll yell out, guys, it's all fine, there's nothing in here.
Really?
Thoroughly.
All right.
You sure?
Cirrus, over to you.
Just say when lockdown's finished, I think anytime I go into like a building, I'm going to be like...
Tapping on the wall.
How often do you look at a roof in a room that you go into?
Oh, yeah. Often from now on, I think. But, well, Cirrus is going to march the distance he can to see him. And, you know, but you'll see his normally, you know, expressive and jovial face sort of turn very stern and sort of like kind of purple, stormy colour overcome his eyes as he reaches out his hand. You see, abomination. I'll cast a guiding bolt at the troll. It's shift for a... Ah, yes, it is. You see the plus mark? Excellent.
That's a lot of damage.
Damn. Jesus.
It's 4d6. It's
Bloody hell.
pretty decent for a level 1 spell.
That's pretty impressive. 1 second, just want to double check.
4d6.
Yeah, it's pretty good for a level.
That's
for a
very
level
good.
1 spell.
All right, 19 points of damage whacked out at this creature. I've got to do maths. Okay, yep. You fire out and just... He's standing there holding on to his club. His eyes are looking to try to find where Toe went, and then all of a sudden he just brightly flames up with this guiding bolt that you've fired out at him.
It's light, not lightning. My mistake.
It's some radiant damage, and I believe that guiding bolt now means, well, you already would have an advantage against him, but whoever attacks next would have advantage. Yeah. And there's now a little bit more. Oh, actually, do you have night vision?
No, I do not.
No. Did one of you have a torch up when you walked in the room? Okay.
I thought Emmanuel had
glowing stone, but
yeah. I've got my magic stone.
Is it out?
It's out.
Okay, good.
You got your magic stone.
Oh, he's got it out.
Very good. Okay, that is Sirius's turn, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Constantine, you're standing there with... You have to be within range. I think your glowing stone has how much range on it?
I think it's something like 20 foot and 40 foot, but let me just check. I could be wrong. So let's have a
dim
look.
light around.
Yeah, it's until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So I just meant round the troll after that spell.
Okay.
Right, cool.
It has a dim light around it.
We'll actually go back a step. You fire out your bright light at this troll because you would have had advantage because of him being paralyzed, but disadvantage because you wouldn't have actually been able to see him very well.
My mistake.
So it would actually be the 12 out of those two as the first roll.
Yes,
so what you think is that bright radiant light shining off is actually just a reflection of the beauty as the light goes out, but it actually doesn't manage to hit him. It hits the rocks around him. And he is just standing there. And I will just set up something on here. So you'll see where Emmanuel's light, hopefully everyone sees that. That's where the light that Emmanuel has, Keith and Toad can see in the dark.
Have you just put a circle on the map or something? Because I can't see anything.
yeah.
I can see it. It's very pretty.
I can see it off Emmanuel. Can not everyone see that?
No.
Is each of these squares 10 foot? Is that right?
5.
5. So it needs to be bigger, doesn't it? Because it's 20 foot and then an additional 20 foot.
Can you now all see that?
I can see it now.
Okay, good.
That's what
Constantine.
sunshine does for you, fellas.
All right.
So I will say to the others with us that we've heard, like Toe shouted that the coast is clear, there's nothing there. That troll doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, you can see a silhouette of a troll down the corridor with not much else showing that there's a troll, other than there's a silhouette of a troll down here.
So can I shout to Toe here? Can I and just say what can you see? Is everything? Did you say the coast is clear?
As far as I can tell, yep, it's all good.
In which case, then I'll say to the others, should we get a bit closer and see what nick this troll's in, and then that's what I'm going to do. I think we could leg it over there.
You could stealth it,
I could stealth it, but
especially in the dark. Then you can do some tasty damage on him.
But that's
on
what
the
I was
ground
saying.
anyway.
Saying, do we need to do any tasty damage to him? That's that. I think that's
he can unparalyze himself if
Can he?
on his next go. Yeah, if he saves.
okay. But I can't do anything to him from here.
I think we should just get up a bit closer. I'll come up behind you with me magic rock.
Yeah, I can't do much from here because I'm like, I could dash up to him, but I'll be in the dark. So I'd rather if we all went together.
I'll back you up.
I'll hold out my hand. Let's go together.
Thanks.
Can you hold your
Okay.
movement as well? Is
I mean,
that
You can't
it
hold your
feels
movement,
unlikely that we won't attack him.
He's already been attacked.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't seem like it's going to end
started it.
peacefully.
so I'm gonna
I
head.
feel
He
like
deserves
started.
all he gets.
I say we walk here.
Yeah.
I love
And
the
then we'll
positive
have-
nature of that statement. It feels unlikely that we're not going to attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
More so.
Okay,
Because
so
we have
you move up. Yeah, I mean, and generally dashing, I would rule it that dashing in the dark, as you're probably aware, is not the smartest of ideas.
No. So I'll just do my normal 30 foot.
Yeah,
If the
normal
others want to
30
come,
foot walking. You can't see much more than silhouettes in this room.
but if the others come with the light stone, then we can be
Exactly.
in the middle. And then
It's
see.
almost as inadvisable as dancing in the dark.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Well,
think
that
of
sounds
a
like
reference.
that sounds like a great song. Okay,
Someone should write that.
Keith, your turn. You can see 60 feet. So effectively, you can basically see just to the entrance of this mouth. You also see a silhouette of this troll further down, but it's a little bit more obvious that it's a troll.
So what I will do, as I'm a gnome, and this is like, so I can with the night vision I can see as normal, can't I? Essentially.
You can essentially see as normal. You'd still, if you were to attack something outside of your 60 feet radius, you'd have disadvantage, but you can see pretty well.
So what I'm going to do is I will dash more hop, skip, and a jump past them as I'm unbothered by stuff on the floor, just to show these lumbering lankies. I can just skip past them.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get up in front of them, and then I'm going to do vicious mockery on the troll.
So to dash is an action.
Yeah.
So it's a bonus action as vicious mockery. Or
I will just dash then.
Okay.
I will just dash up in front.
Okay. So this troll now, from where he's standing, sees two gnomes that he he's like, or he's looking, going, oh crap, another gnome, and then there's that. Emmanuel, what would you do?
On mute.
I will bring. Sorry, I was moving up. I will bring my magic stone up.
You'll bring
Basically.
some light.
I will
shed
bring
some
light
in
where there was darkness.
Shed light in this room. So just outside this light, people can see a little bit better this troll outside of this light space, but it still classes as sort of being in darkness outside of this area.
Isn't it 20 foot, 20 foot?
Yeah.
Is that 20 foot, 20 foot on there? Because it's 20 foot bright light and then 20 foot dim light, I think, isn't it?
Sorry, 1 second. Yes,
20
you are correct. 2020. I put the inside one instead of outside.
So he's just in the dim light from the.
Just in the dim.
Yeah.
He's now, yes, you can see this troll standing there with his clubs, looking around, looking now at all of these people who have walked, like, getting closer. He is, he's not happy, but looks scared.
I think we might be able to
Do we sense his fear?
Can we smell it? It didn't stop us with the other people.
Has he pissed himself yet?
You smell his...
Can't smell nice of a troll as a dog, can it?
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Okay.
as opposed to other creatures.
Well,
where it smells
yeah,
fine.
Emmanuel, what would you like to do?
Well, I've moved up with my magic stone. Can I hold a fire bolt as an action or not?
You can hold your firebolt as an action.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if he tries anything fruity.
So if you hold a spell as an action and it gets back around to your turn, it would sort of dissipate, but the materials would be used as part of the. Sure. Just so you know,
it's a cantrip. It's fine. It doesn't have any materials. So
that's fine. Okay, Garavid, you can now.
I've moved up and I can see him now, can't I? So
you can.
I blast him again. I don't care.
It just makes me think of Danny DeVito, so I went in and blasted him.
All right, that actually does hit with the first one. 6 points of damage.
You'd have advantage on that roll, though, wouldn't you? So might as well roll it.
Roll it again, actually, just in case you get higher. Yep.
Okay.
You might get crit.
Sorry, you did have advantage because he is paralyzed. But still just hit, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Is that...
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. So it comes up. Okay. You see that this creature, and everyone who's looking in there, he again very muffled with his mouth because it's now paralyzed. He's like,
this is cruel.
Where he is, and he, but you see some of his wounds start to sort of heal themselves up again from where he is standing. Of
course, we need to do some fire damage to him, don't we?
And which you will have remembered from the first time you fought a troll on the very first day that you met a lot of people. Okay. And he is standing there still with his club paralyzed, not able to do anything as he is not incredibly wise.
So who would like to draw a moustache on him?
Okay. That's his turn. Toe. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm pretty pissed off with this troll. So I'm gonna wild shape. Time.
Alright.
And I'm
what are you turning into?
Bear, of course.
A bear? Sorry, just let me zoom.
If I need to fuck shit up, it's always gonna be there.
Yeah. And Toe always wants to fuck shit up. So,
I want to go through a little hole. It'll be a mouse. Otherwise, a big fuck off.
I mean, you once turned into something else. So a long time ago.
I mean, if it's a Kickstarter or something, then sure. But if it's this, then no.
Okay.
All right.
So you are now a bear.
I will be biting. I'm gonna go for the bite. What do I press for advantage again?
Shift. Hold down Shift, and then it will come up with a plus. You turn into a bear and go to take a bite, but it's not a very nice smelling troll, and you manage to miss.
Oh, damn, that's pretty pathetic. All right, so I'm embarrassed with myself. I'll say I'm better. I'm usually better than this, and I'll try to claw him.
Okay.
He is.
This is the first time this has happened to me.
You manage to claw out at this troll who takes 9 points of damage.
Well, is it a crit thing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a crit with paralyzed. I did double check it.
Automatic crit, right?
With melee attacks.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that it was the other way around. Good. Yes. For some reason, I had it with I had restrained in my head as I was looking at it.
Just good. Desperation is a sorcerer in the other game.
Yes.
If someone fails a save,
it is a crit, which basically.
That works.
Yeah. What did you do?
So the 9 and the 10 together.
No. So 9. So you got your 9, and then you get 3 plus 3, so 15 points of damage.
Yeah, right. Is there a way to roll a crit?
There is. You can do Shift and click on the damage part, and it will set it up as the crit damage.
I see. Yeah, the plus there we go. Oh no, I got.
Yeah, right, got it. Ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, that didn't say, yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, you swipe into him doing 15 points of damage. So, he's not looking happy.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. Cirrus, what would you like to do?
Racingly, he's just out of range. But I'll get as close as I can. Do you know what? That's if I was to move here, would that be blocking everyone else off?
Yeah.
No. There two people can fit in there. You just won't be able to fit past. I think only the two gnomes would be able to sort of run past him. I would say he took the action to really block off this place. But you can get to there.
All right. If I was here, would that give people a bit more space?
Yeah, I mean, so basically here you've got, say, a 20-foot wide. There's a little bit of an overhang. In here you've got just the two 10-foot wide area.
All right. I'll stay there with that in mind. And sort of make that kind of shape as everyone hears a sort of a bell ring, sort of start of AC/DC Metallica style sound. As I'll cast Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, we've got it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. That's a save versus.
He fails his Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I can't even see what that saves against for some reason. But 14.
14. Yeah.
So that's strange. I don't know why. I'll roll 1d12 on here because I can't.
Yep.
Excellent.
There you go. So he takes another 10 points of damage. This troll standing there in the area just taking hit after hit. Anything else you wish to do?
Your death come closer, monstrosity. Well, hopefully well. No, that's my turn.
Very good, Constantine.
I am going to move up to next to Cirrus, and I'm gonna. The troll's paralysed in it, so he can't talk.
So any hit you do on it will. He can slightly talk, but like not really fully talk. Any hit you do will be if you do a melee, will be a critical, or at advantage and critical if you hit.
Want to do that, don't you? You've heard that critical.
I have, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
He's only a troll.
He's only a troll. He's basically dead. So, with advantages shift, yeah?
Yep, so you're going to get up to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I move him up to him? Oh, shit. What have I just done? I've opened another window. Uh-oh. Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Pop-up blocker, man. Pop-up blocker.
Right. So, then I need to go to that and do... Oh, did I? Oh, shit, I might have done that twice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, it's an automatic crit anyway, so that's fine. The 25 I'll take as your first one that hits. So roll double damage plus sneak attack.
as you say, shift
on top as well. So
is it shift and the damage again?
If you just roll your so shift and roll the damage, you can do that, or we can just double the dice on the board. Either way. Okay, so your normal is 1d4, right? So for some reason the shift didn't seem to work.
Okay.
So 1d4 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 10, so you do 10 points of damage, and then you rolled 2d6s, 4 plus another 4, so 8. So 18 points of damage on that first dagger.
Okay, so...
And you blinked as well, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't blink on that one because I didn't see the point.
Oh right, you got to choose. Okay.
It's a blink dagger. It's just I have to do that as an action.
Okay.
It's just but I use that. I can just use that dagger just to.
And then actually 20. Look at that.
Oh. Is that a double crit? Is that a thing?
No such thing.
Come on.
No such thing as a double crit.
House rules.
But it is definitely a crit.
Such a waste.
But it is definitely a crit, so you can just roll the damage, click on the word dagger, and see what it does for you.
Oh, there you go.
Loads of dice.
All right, so that's 23 points of damage.
Devastating.
This troll is starting to ooze and pus out
It's not even dead yet.
areas off
It's a
it.
fucking troll. It'll be massive, isn't it?
He's just looking devastated. His eyes
falling out this.
Got enough money.
I don't know. I have lost words to describe what his eyes will look like at this point in time.
Devastated.
Yeah.
Hollow.
That picture of Puss in Boots in the movie where he's looking up, but
Shrek,
but with tears falling down them. Something along those lines. Keith, what would you like to do?
Maybe we should kill it now. It's looking so sweet.
After you've smashed him with 2 Eldritch blasts.
Yeah, exactly. You properly ruined him.
Perhaps now we can talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long past the Rubicon, you know.
Yeah. The Toe and I both tried to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, I tried to be nice and he didn't want to hear it.
We tried to de-escalate, but I guess it's too late now. We've gone too far.
No, he made his bed. He's got to lay in it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he asked us to get out. He didn't give us a lot of time.
How many times? He hit first.
He did it first.
I'll move up to him, and I'll just try and just kill him with my rapier to put him out of his misery.
Go for it.
Finish it. Push it slowly into his heart.
Yeah, coup de grace.
Shushing him at the same time.
Yeah, just rubbing his cheek.
So is this an automatic hit? Is it, or do I have to roll the hit?
No, you have to roll to hit.
Yeah, but that's
it's
an
with
advantage.
advantage.
That's advantage, and then if you hit, it's an auto crit.
That should have done it.
That does hit.
Advantage.
Yep. So.
And then is the damage at crit as well?
Yeah. So just roll the damage, and I'll double the dice. Okay, so basically, you rolled a natty 8, so basically 18 points of damage.
One single tear rolls down his cheek.
Which you flick away with the tip of your rapier.
He is just... If eyes are the window to the soul, he is currently showing you a soul that is
soon to depart the earth.
soon to depart the earth with a very large amount of remorse, but not for attacking Toe, for something else in his eyes much bigger.
So could I do my bonus action to hit him with the dagger as well?
You can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm gotta finish him off.
You know, if he'd have said, "Could you leave, please?" Maybe.
Russ, I don't think you've got your microphone down, mate.
That is thingo. Roll damage.
You won't hear my witty comments if I don't have my microphone.
Exactly.
All right, another 10 points of damage.
I was saying it's like adventuring with the Manson family, but there you go.
As he,
Yes.
as this troll
Laughing Manson
still
family.
standing with his club, just getting stabbed, pierced, and slashed from all angles. Still standing.
Oh my god.
The roleplay mentality, though, in it, it's like, could you kill these people for me? Yeah, no. You know, just
don't get to do that at
it's
work.
that pack mentality. All right, then, if it's the point of no return, I think we could still, you know, now he's wounded, he might be more willing to negotiate. However, I sense the way the wind is blowing, so I'm going to firebolt him.
We only know 2 words, so there's only so much.
One of them is please, the other one is stop.
Right. How much can you
Uh,
get from get out, get, and out? You know, it's not gonna help, is it?
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Roll damage. Roll damage.
Oh,
That is probably one of the worst ever.
Make him suffer.
How did that manage to happen? You rolled a natural 20, so it should be 2d10, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got 11.
I only see 4 on my screen.
Yeah, it's weird, but you got on the dice on the map is 11.
Yeah.
If it had rolled 2, it would
Would you like me to roll it again?
Yeah, roll it again.
2 ones. Yeah, that's better.
Alright.
So it's 13 this time.
13
But it says 9 there.
points
Yeah.
of damage.
Weird.
All right. Yeah. Are you using the D&D Beyond to roll that damage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you click where it says firebolt here as well, it would have.
Right. Okay.
It would have also done the damage and done it automatically with whatever the roll was as well, if you want to. But
That's useful
that
to
is
know for the
okay.
future.
You fire out this firebolt at this troll. It is standing there, devastated, and this fire engulfs. And where some of the pustules were starting to heal back up again, they can't, and they start to just seep and ooze. He's got rapier stab wounds in both sides. Dagger slashes also from behind, bear claws that have ripped across his legs and back. He is still standing there with his club paralyzed in position.
I'll tell him to put his hands up if he wants to surrender.
Garavid.
I can't get through there to fire breathe him, can I? I'll just get everybody else. That's a problem. Because I don't think we can kill him unless it's fire, maybe. I don't know.
If I firebolt him every turn, he won't regenerate.
Yeah.
So you just, badmouth him or whatever you need to do.
Oh, that's me.
Let's mix it up, shall we? Let's do an Eldritch Blast.
All right, go for it. Jesus. All right.
Look at that. A natural 20 and 2 natural 8s.
We've been rolling really hot on damage.
Up yours!
You fire off your Eldritch Blast at this troll. How do you envisage that this troll will fall?
Oh, literally explodes from the inside. Literally just explodes. Goo everywhere.
Okay. This troll is standing there with his club in hand. You fire this Eldritch Blast at this creature who is showing a devastation. As he gets whacked by the force of the Eldritch Blast, his entire internal system just cannot cope anymore, and the 3 that are standing right next to him just see this onto the ground as his entire stomach and bowel sort of goes plop. out his behind.
Prolapse.
We're eating it, man.
Oh, that's not how I described it.
And
to shit himself.
he
To death.
is just stuck, standing in position, wedged between the wall, and he's just plopped there, stuck, literally plopped there, in position.
With the Eldritch Blast, because that was force damage, wouldn't that not have blown him?
Forced something out of him.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, all his poo is splattered up the wall behind you. What else do you want, man?
All over toe, disgusting.
You've taken his dignity. You have taken his dignity, man.
Okay, so, you have got rid of this troll at this point in time. What would you like?
Are we still in initiative order, or shall I just move up with my magic stone?
You can sort. We're out of initiative order.
You get past him.
Step over his exploded, shit-covered body.
Yeah.
We'll step into the room.
Let's all go in.
Sirius
doesn't
lock the room.
Right. Check in the roof. Check in the roof for little roof purple people.
Yeah.
Purple people Peters in the roof. Before we go in, I'm checking the roof.
middle.
Magic stone roof. I was over enthusiastic.
All right.
I'm checking the roof.
Oh dear.
Constantine.
Huh?
Constantine, Emmanuel, and Toe. Please roll dexterity acrobatics checks for me.
It was too late.
Why do we keep forgetting?
Come on. Ugh.
Seen.
All right.
Now we roll crap.
Natural one, Constantine. You fly out of the way as a tendril pops down from the roof where you had been standing just a few seconds earlier. Jesus, so you're rolling amazing and I'm rolling terribly. Toe, you in your bear form were standing there as this tentacle comes down, but it just singes behind you as you manage to duck away. Emmanuel, what is your armor class?
I don't know. It's pretty awesome being a wizard.
Yay.
It is a whole massive 15.
Okay, you step into the room with your light, and this creature comes down, and it's sort of a bit distracted by so many things coming into the room at once that you, luckily, very much luckily, avoid getting whacked by this creature as it pops down and then slowly rises up into the 30-foot hole that it has above it, slowly heading up.
Right. So, where's this hole in relation to the rest of us? Let's have a look.
Well, look at the shadow it's got. Oh.
That's pretty cool.
That is good.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
good.
fuck. I didn't notice that.
I'm going to back off, what is this, 10, 20...
Hey, let's...
I'm going over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ready a firebolt. But whenever all you gentlemen are out of the way.
I'm coming out the way.
Apologies for not doing the same. I keep forgetting that Toll are dead, even because it's not an attack. It's not like listed under actions, but it is like in effect my ranged weapon. Cantrip.
Yeah, I've got it as well. It's pretty cool when they're damaged.
Yeah. It's all right. Do you know what I mean? It's all right.
Is there anything on the troll worthy of taking? I mean, this shit stinking corpse.
Sirius doesn't mind.
I'll have a little poke with my toe.
You can start looking. This troll has sort of a small little pickaxe-y sort of axe on its hip. and not much else other than its giant 10-foot troll club.
Describe the pickaxe as being pickaxes.
Yeah, pickaxe might be useful if we need to get through that wall down there. Do you reckon that's another wall we got to get through?
We do. So sorry. So we're shooting the mushroom, are we?
Yeah, shoot the mushroom.
Is everyone out the way now to their satisfaction? Okay.
We are following the fireworks code, and we have stood well back.
Okay, very good. And then I will light the fuse.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Not like that, I won't.
It rebounds off the wall, comes back, and it's you in the face.
You fire, but it's gone up high, up into its 30 foot, so it's now about, let's say 18 feet away from it, from when you're standing underneath it, but up in its hole at this moment in time.
Can I cast Toll the Dead on it? That's a 60-foot range.
It is a 60-foot range. Does it say you need line of sight on Toll the Dead?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's a creature you can see, so unfortunately you would not be able to cast it unless you went underneath it to look at it.
Yeah.
Who would like to run underneath it again to bring it out?
I mean, I should be able. If I go over here, I could see it. Oh.
I'll go on down. I don't mind. I'm sorry.
I mean, if I stand here, I can see it now. I mean, it's the same as if you could stand there as well, sir, if you wanted. Seriously.
Has it not gone up into its hole? Is that the point?
Oh, it's proper disappeared.
I'll get underneath it. I'll bring this monster out.
It's very brave of you, my plains cloud walking friend.
Well, let's clear this cave once and for all. What we've learned as well is that between fire and darkness, we broke that troll. When you think light plus dark, equals clouds.
I love your inexact science.
So you're standing underneath it and going to take a shot at it.
I'll accept that's tenuous. I was hoping it'd bring it down.
He's just standing there going, hello.
That's that. The hope is that it baits it out. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and attack it. Well, I'll see it.
Okay, so you're standing underneath it at this moment in time, and then it
shield
drops down 10 feet. What do you do?
Try and get out of the way.
All right. Make an acrobatics check for me. Yep, you jump out of the way as it drops down out of its hole, and you can see it a little bit from where you are.
I shall say, run, Cirrus, run.
I'll do me best.
As it drops down, and then it slowly comes back up again.
If there's time, I'll cast Toll the Dead, but it doesn't have time.
Just shoot it as soon as it comes out.
But then Cirrus will be blasted in the spore blast.
Yeah, so he's got out the way.
So if he runs back, I'll shoot it before it goes up in its hole. So as soon as you get to me, Cirrus, I'm shooting it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Roll an attack.
Right. Here we go. Okay.
Run away.
Another natural one coming up.
There we go.
Fire away. That'll do. You fire this away at this creature, and it slams into it and explodes it again as it's flying up and puffs out as the spores slowly fall to the ground.
Good strike, man.
So, right, my gnomish colleague, can you see any more of these unpleasant creatures in the roof with your fantastic night vision and agile feet and inability? There we go.
Do we need to do like an perception check to see if we can see any more in the roof?
You're now in this room. This troll is now sort of stuck and basically creates a wall here that is actually, you all have to push its legs as you're sort of trying to move past and around it to get out of the way. There doesn't seem to be any more of these creatures around. It's quite dark outside of the area that Emmanuel has, but it's quite somewhat calm in this space. It's anyone can sort of make some investigation checks or
investigation.
Okay.
Am I trying to lift up that club and moving that out there, the troll's big club, and shifting that out of the way? That I can carry it anywhere. But...
You're so big.
So,
it's 6'2". It's probably not gonna carry you.
True. Yeah.
You can, as you're looking around in this space, obviously this almost seems as if this was this area was. It's not part of just a general cave complex. It definitely seems as if this part of the tunnel has been sort of opened up from the inside out, as opposed to from the outside in this area that you're standing in at this moment in time. It has a different floor to the one that was out in the main cave area that you spent a bit of time in. There's none of that bioluminescent part on the walls here, and in the corner, as just outside of the light, but for Keith and well, for Keith at the moment, as Toe is still a bear, you see this sort of rockfall, avalanche style looking rubble off in the wall on the side.
I go over to investigate that and say that there looks like there could be something over here, fellas.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll bring me
Down here.
bring me torch over.
It's kind of a look-see.
Good, I'll just...
the more perceptive of, the more investigative you have a look, I should say. Anything interesting written on the walls? Any suggestion that this is like somewhere that, you know, is being used as like a temple, a place of like meetings, significance in that way at all?
Yeah, you can make a nature, or with that specific sort of looking at the wall side of things, you can. Good question. Yeah, and nature, maybe a religion check if you want to.
Bit better at it. Well, shitty blood.
Yeah, I mean. There's no religious symbols or any carvings really on the wall. There are a few sort of scratches and etchings, but they're not really anything religious in nature, just very basic stick figure-like pictures on the wall. And with the investigation checks you had before, now that you're up a bit closer... as I said, this rubble is falling from the roof downwards, and really is embedded in the floor as it's rubbled down where it is.
Can I climb up the like?
Yep, go for it.
As it's going, and climb up and see if I can see anything in the hole at the top.
Yeah, so you get up there and it's really just a sheer rock face at the top. So just sort of sheer rock. There's no hole or space up the top where you go to.
It's like where he's been. Does it look like it's been worked with a pick? Can you see like the gouge marks in it, or is it more like it's
up
just
the top
cracked and come down?
Up the top, it's just a sort of a sheer face there. You remember from hearing the tinking earlier, and you see that that's more at sort of troll shoulder height there.
Okay, so I slide back down, and I'm like, I think he may have been trying to hide something underneath this rubble.
Seems reasonable.
There's nothing up there.
And there's nothing in the. If we check the walls, there's nothing apart from the cut. We've seen the rudimentary drawings. There's nothing on the walls that we see. There's anything thinner or like the cave entrance. Like how we got in here was finding that.
No, I mean this looks in this space
like
with
solid.
the light that you're looking at that it's a solid cave.
Right.
It definitely looks like it has been sort of cut out at some point in time, in a sort of, let's say, man-made cut out sort of style. It doesn't look like natural rock form, but there's nothing else to it other than a space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, he was searching for something, wasn't he? He was
hiding something, as he said.
Yeah. Desperate to get rid of us. Is there any way through, like the walls into this?
Should we move some of this rubble?
Yeah, I start moving some of the rubble.
Yeah, I'll give a hand with that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just tink on the wall with a pickaxe to see if it's hollow? If it's solid.
On the walls, go and tink away. Do a I don't know, a
tink check.
Tink check. I guess you're trying to investigate that, so make an investigation check.
Yeah, how does one tink? I was curious about that.
However, one damn well wants.
Yeah. It's a past tense tank.
Everyone sees that Garavid tanked on the wall, and but there's nothing that you're tankering. Sorry,
no one wants to see Garavid tank on the wall.
Your tinkering didn't tank anything.
Yeah. No. I mean,
tink tank.
You tink away on the wall, and there is no specific change in sound in that
I didn't
area.
get into that. Anybody else want a quick tank?
No, I think Red, you should come and help us move this rubble. You're the biggest here. Come and give us a hand. Start moving some of this rubble away.
I'm quite
me,
weak.
but
I can do some tinking while you're doing your rock removal.
I'm a big fella. I love
those Sirius is a big lad as well. Come on, let's
do a chain.
And Toe's a bear.
I don't have opposable thumbs.
He's good at digging. We got him to dig the whole thing the other day. Just get the bear in. He's good at
Actually, Woodsy, did that tinking sound like the tinking that Keith and I heard before?
It did sound like the tinking, the type of tinking that you taught you.
Back in a couple, fellas.
I thought I sort of put it there.
Type of tinking you heard. Yes, the same sort of thing as what you would have heard earlier.
Right. And does this look like, is the rubble that we see here, does it look freshly tinked, or?
So, yeah, I mean, you see basically the rock fall has like gouge marks, chip marks, tink marks. They're like different things. You sort of see areas of like holes that also have wood scrapings and chips off them in them as well. But yeah, so generally it's been worked on, and I guess you would imagine that the troll was the one working on it, because
well, like I said, yeah, the troll didn't want us in here for whatever reason, and there's nothing else in here.
Okay,
So...
I'm gonna get my magic book out and start to incant for detect magic to see if I can detect any magic here.
That's a good idea.
Everyone's doing those bits and pieces. Sam would approve.
Okay, that takes about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes.
Good. Can I investigate what's over here? Just check out the walls.
Yeah. I mean, basically, this is an empty space. Very little liquid on the floor. There's very little dampness in this entire area that you've been in. Whereas the other room with the river, sort of the water flowing through it, had a dampness with all of this sort of bioluminescent moss growing out from the walls. It was more of a wet area. This whole area is quite dry, but there's nothing in here. It's just a space that you see.
Yeah, let's get some of these rocks moved because there's something in here that the troll didn't want us to see. So
okay. How are you moving the rocks?
Picking them up.
Okay, these rocks are from this rock slide down. Some of them are 20 foot wide. Some are 5 foot wide. Some are very small, and some are probably bigger than that 20 foot wide.
Yeah, I'll pick them all up. Yeah.
Okay.
So pick the ones I can carry up. So, I guess there's nothing around. We can't see. Is there any? Has anyone got any sticks, or is there anything on the ground that we could use, like to leave?
I've got a quarterstaff.
Perhaps we could borrow your quarterstaff. Go on, Keith.
Blast them to break them up.
I was thinking I've got a crowbar, so we can crowbar them out of the way. Yeah,
you carry a lot of random shit for a prince.
It's true.
Also a car thief.
A hammer.
It's for getting the gems out of relatives' teeth.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you could blast it.
Could try blasting them, yeah. Blast them up.
All right, go for it.
Want to stand back then?
We'll stand back.
Let's all stand back a bit. Actually, I won't blast the rocks. I'll blast where he was tinking.
Okay.
Will that not cause more rocks to fall on the rocks we're trying to move out the way?
Yeah,
but why are we trying to move the rocks out the way? Because he was obviously banging on the wall to make the rocks.
Do you want to wait 10 minutes for me to see if there's anything magical behind it?
All right. Oh, I can make the big rocks smaller while on the floor. We've got to move it.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Start doing that then.
Do I need to roll for hitting on this, or I just general direction?
Tell me what you're specifically trying
to
do.
The largest rock that's on top of the pile. Is there a large rock at the base of the pile that if I blast it, it'll just blast all the other ones out the way and reveal what's underneath?
You mean like a
specific rock, like a key?
You're looking like a keystone.
Yeah, exactly.
In the thing.
Yeah.
Make a nature check.
All right.
Can you identify this stone?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
In your life growing up in the castle, you did see rocks being moved around and stones being moved around. You saw that happening. You didn't necessarily do it yourself. Other people did it for you. You may feel like that might work. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to blast the biggest rock at the base of the pile.
Go for it.
We're trying to dig through something there. There's some way.
Do I need to do for hit for this?
Roll. What are you using to blast it? An Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast.
Then roll an attack.
Okay.
Okay. You all stand in the room as Garavid looks at this stone underneath, fires off an Eldritch Blast. Do your damage. Powerfully fires in this blast, and you start, similar to what you heard prior to you taking your rest the day before, when you had been fighting these plant life creatures and the guys firing out their needles at you. You had heard this large sort of sound, and as he fires off into this the stone that he hits collapses, and then the roof and the part of the roof starts to crumble and fall as sheer rock starts to make its way down.
Brilliant. That worked then.
Toe, Emmanuel, and Cirrus make
I said get back.
dexterity for me as the roof in this room is starting to collapse and fall down. Just a straight dex roll.
That's right. Yeah, we're all right. Nice.
So as it's starting to come down into this room, the rubble from the roof it cracks down and crashes down, causing a large area of more rock to crack down over the space where you had previously been.
Or we could wait 10 minutes and me see if there's anything magical under there.
Yeah.
Put your microphone down just so I can hear you. Yeah. Just so I can hear the annoyance in your voice.
Or we could wait 10 minutes for me to...
Shall I have another go? Maybe I can make it smaller again. So are there big rocks there again?
There are now rocks, large parts of the roof of this cave and large parts off the side wall, like an avalanche, have slid down and around and moved into this space. There's probably another 10 foot of rock in front of where the previous tinkered rocks were. And yeah.
What's rough? What have I missed there, guys? We were trying to get through somewhere, and now it's more difficult.
We were trying to make the big rocks into small rocks so we could move them.
No, we've made more rocks.
Okay, cool.
That's exactly what's happened.
I mean, I can try and hammer some. I've got a war hammer. That's a very sort of old school.
The three that did the dexterity rolls, feel free for me to make a history or nature yourselves, a history or nature check, just to see if you've ever read anything or heard anything about anything that might be pertinent to this situation. Only clouds. Caves were not on the not what Cirrus was looking at. Emmanuel, you really were not concentrating mainly on rivers and the flow of healing in the earth. Toe, what did you learn from nature or history? In your history, yeah. Toe, you drank a lot as a kid, and history was not the subject that was high on your priority list at that point in time. And you're all also a little bit shocked that Garavid fired out this Eldritch Blast at this area.
So I think we have ascertained that Eldritch Blast is not always the answer to our problems. So, as I said, please talk amongst yourselves for 10 minutes.
Let's see
if there's anything. No, because I've had to jump out the frickin' way. Because Prince Crowbar here has Eldritch Blast it because he doesn't want to do proper work and move stuff out the way the old-fashioned way. Right. No.
Red. So let's give.
So Emmanuel sits down and takes 10 minutes to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Yes.
Keith helps to pass the time by cracking out the bagpipes.
Let's have a drone.
You crack out the bagpipes. Okay. Toe, are you still a bear? Okay. All right. You pop out your Detect Magic. That's a 60 foot or further.
It is. I can keep concentrating, so I will move up as close as I can to the rock fall.
Okay.
It is mercifully it is blocked by 1 foot of stone. So I think it might be pointless now because there's probably more than 1 foot of stone in the way now, isn't there?
All you detect is
so
toe.
much for your wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have made any blimmin' difference if you hadn't blocked it with more stone.
Oh, fellas, let's not get excited. I don't mean now, just in general.
General.
Not the way to approach
I'll say,
it.
right.
No, you
I'm
don't.
bored with this.
You
We've killed
literally.
a troll. We've made some stones.
You literally do not sense anything in that radius.
Apart from a rising frustration.
Apart from a rising frustration.
I'm saying hammer through some of this shit if you want. Excuse me.
Please,
No,
please
hammer through some of this
go
shit if you
ahead,
want.
Cirrus. Please hammer away, crowbar away. If someone would like to borrow my quarterstaff to lever things out of the way.
Can I ask a question of my blink dagger?
You can ask a question of your blink dagger. I mean, do you want to ask the blink dagger something, or do you want to ask a question about
if I shake it, and will it tell me? If I go into the ethereal plane, can I get past this natural barrier to see what's on the other side?
Okay. Let me just double check something with the.
Also, just showing something there as well. By the way.
Let me just double check something with the blink spell that is on it. 1 second.
Cool.
I think my gut feeling on that will be that you'll more than likely end up stuck somewhere. 1 second.
Okay.
Stuck under 10 foot of rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I blink back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. While on the ethereal plane, you can see in here the plane you originated from within 60 feet. Okay.
Stranger Things vibe.
You could try it if you wanted to. To see what might be in the ethereal plane in that area, if that's what you wanted to try to do.
So we can't go like 30 meters, 30 foot, have a quick look.
I mean, the assumption that you're making would be that the ethereal plane doesn't also have objects and blocks and places. So
I don't know. Is that what you're thinking?
You could.
I was just wondering that, because if I still see our plane in like shadows, so I would still see what was going on, but would I be blocked by? Would it be a physical barrier to me, or could I pass through the rock as if they were shadows?
I guess it's worth a look.
Okay. I mean, I'll probably fuck the
if we
spell
don't
up.
see you again,
I'll probably get
great.
I'll probably get it wrong.
Again, Stranger Things, you don't want to encounter like Demogorgon and
exactly. It will be very much like the Upside Down, but yeah. So I have to roll a d20.
Roll a d20 and see. I mean, you blink into the ethereal plane.
Cool.
I've already told people what I'm doing.
Everyone else sees you vanish in the imperial plane. What you would? No, stormtroopers. They're all over the shop.
I blink back out.
And they shoot and miss. So it's just like normal. Okay. You pop out. So I'm going to do this with the reveal tool, but... Okay, so as you pop out, you can see within 60 feet of you. You see the grey images of the rest of your party standing around. You're only in this plane for a little bit, but you would have the opportunity. Roll a perception check for me as you're in roughly 60 feet of area. Okay, you look around with that roll. Around 30 feet below where, so about 30 feet across and 30 feet below, so somewhere around here and 30 feet down. So there is, in the ethereal plane, it's basically similar in this area. There's like breaks of the, like, almost walls and areas that you wouldn't be able to walk through necessarily or see. 30 feet down and 30 feet across from where you are, you sort of, in a way, get this sense of grey that is different to where, so similar to where the rest of your group are, that sort of grey change. There's some lighter areas where the rock is, and then the grey change. This is the way the ethereal plane works in my world. And so you get the sense that there is a space, probably 30 across 30 down, 40 feet or whatever it is across diagonally into that space. And it's a space, but there's nothing in there. There's no people or places or things. There's a place, just none of the other two.
But I get a sense of this space basically below us, below here, so 30 feet down and 30 feet over.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll pop back up.
Okay.
And I will recount this to the others and go, I'm not sure, but I think the answer to what this troll was doing might be below us.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Do you want me to do another Eldritch Blast?
No.
Greg, roll another d20 for me. I didn't do this last time. Okay, you're still just chatting to them. So actually, that blink spell lasts for a minute. It's not concentration. It just lasts for a minute, and you can't turn it off.
Okay.
So
it just keeps pops out mid-conversation.
You basically would have to roll. I'm not going to do it in this situation.
And I'm back in the room.
But you effectively would be popping in and out occasionally from where you are for the next 10
like the
minutes.
witch in Chilton and the Wheelies.
It's only a minute, sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
So what I saw was...
Yeah.
And then, no. Anyway, you guys probably get the gist that of what he's trying to say.
Okay.
So do we want to dig down to see what's in
Yeah,
there?
so there's nothing here. Should we go to the pub?
So this whole
Digging
trail
down
of
will take a
destruction.
while, sorry.
Yeah.
How does shatter work with regards stone there? Because obviously with creatures, it will cause them problems. It's damaging to inorganic. But again, obviously, it's an attack spell in that regard. But using it on stone as an AoE spell, if you like.
But before we do that, there isn't anything. We haven't missed anything on the floor, like a big stone covering a hole, or there's nothing on the nothing obvious on the floor that we've missed.
Okay, you can try.
Information.
You could try shatter. Do you have a chip of mica on hand?
No, but I've got. Well, no, but I've got my shield with the symbol on it. as the
it's made out of formica.
arcane focus. That's the term I'm looking for.
Okay.
I've got a kitchen worktop.
Good.
No, but if it hasn't got like something with a value next to it.
No, it doesn't. That's right. Okay. I just thought I'd be funny.
I don't know what mica is.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, within 60 foot, the 10-foot radius, theoretically you can do some damage to a non-magical object. Theoretically, you could do that. So if you want to roll 3d8 of damage, tell me where you want to do this.
I mean, it would be
grab a drink.
Get out of the way there, Emmanuel.
It'd be at the point where I assume that we were targeting it. That you were looking to detect magic, Russ. That I assume there was a weak point there or something. I assume there's a reason you were trying to detect magic there.
Okay, so you'll remember what you saw before the rock slide that Garavid sort of helped to create. You were there, so you would probably know that. You'd roughly have an idea. So if you want to target that space, I'll let you sort of do it just straight with the damage roll in that space.
Greg, you're saying if it's worth us looking, like if there's any like loose stones or.
Yeah, because I think when I got a sense of this being something below us, and again, I think just because this troll didn't want us in here, and on paper there isn't anything in here, but there must be something in here that we're missing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ross, for the insight.
Very popular in women's clothing in Pakistan, apparently.
What is?
Mica chips.
Oh.
There you go. Top
What do they do?
They can weave them into their clothes, apparently.
Oh.
Wow.
But there we go. That's my.
So, but yeah, you're right. There probably is something under that. Why was he digging there? Was he digging there? Must have been digging there. Was he breaking up the rocks, or was he digging on the wall? Is there something under the rocks?
Yeah, so basically where this first line here on the left-hand side is where the new rock slide is. The second slide here is where the troll had been apparently picking away or trying to move rocks and in that area. And over here, whatever in this space is sort of this sort of rough other grey that Constantine had said was something over there.
Down.
There's got to be a tunnel in there. There's no way we're going to dig through that. There's got to be a way to get to it.
So maybe
Cirrus stairs.
Got any stairs?
If that's possible, or if not, it looks more realistic.
I'll look up. Is there anything up in the roof or anything like that?
Nothing up.
So where these stones have come from, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna have to blast that.
I think, Sirius, if you can try and shatter this part here, perhaps, which will then get us back to where we were, Garavid.
And then I'll blast it again, break it up.
In doing that, I'll just where we are. It's because we need to do it. I'll just call that 24 damage by channel divinity to maximize the thunder damage.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming you're standing back for this at this point in time.
Yeah, you might want to go
Everyone
back.
move.
So how is creating a massive thunderclap in a tunnel going to be better than doing an Eldritch Blast?
It's a
So it's a 60-foot
ringing
range.
noise, painfully intense. Yeah,
60-foot range with a 10-foot radius.
Should we cover our ears, Sirius?
Yeah, I did not need to stand there at all. Let's.
Yeah, you can move away if you want to. I would make the. Yeah, so you're firing it off sort of at the base here to try to.
Yeah.
So you fire this off and do some damage, and some rocks sort of fly out towards, but you all manage to stand far enough away without doing it but this roof is really unstable in this space that you're in. What you see as you fire and it comes out is it starts to fall again. It's almost like a pillar falling downwards. What you will be able to tell is that it's falling downwards and it's falling below the surface of the floor that you're in. It's falling and crumbling down in a column, but it's not getting any less rocky in the area that you're in.
Ooh. I'll Eldritch Blast it again.
Level 2 spell that.
Fire an Eldritch Blast at the rock. You can do it with advantage if you want to.
God.
Are you doing this at the bottom, the middle, or the top?
Are we letting him?
Look, if it's dropping down, there's a hole in the floor. If we just keep blasting it.
All right.
But aren't you?
Yeah,
Isn't it coming from the roof?
Yeah, I went for the base last time, and the roof fell in. So where shall I aim for it this time?
Yeah, I was aiming for like just trying to get through to the bottom.
So a lot of the rubble did come out at the bottom, but then it just got replaced again with the stuff at the top. And this roof now, you can see in this sort of area here and on this side as well, they're starting to, above this man-made area, is starting to crack and look a little bit unstable in this area.
All right. So how are we going to clear this floor area?
As well.
There's obviously a hole that you can get down into a tunnel.
Are we going just go and
so
get
how the
nearer
hell?
this?
I think we just got to hand maul it out and stop blasting it with magic.
Or keep blasting the roof until there's so much rock there
that it makes a massive hole and falls through the floor.
Give up.
And a staircase out of rock.
If anyone has a proficiency in insight, make an insight check for me.
No, I don't.
Or
nice.
If you have proficiency in animal handling, make an animal handling for me.
Nope.
Okay. Cirrus and Toe. Cirrus, you've been aware when you're telling people stories about clouds that occasionally people get quite angry at you when you're talking about clouds in your life.
I have to me in real life when I tell stories about anything.
Toe, when you first came to the circle of the moon, you were whipped into shape and got told off quite often for playing up when you first got there, and they tried to bring you into line. That look and feel, that sense that you get when you did something wrong or detrimental to your future, or stuff something up for someone else, you know how that feels and what that feels like. You might get a bit of a feeling that this troll has fucked up. He's dead, so he's definitely fucked up. But you may get a sense when just thinking about it, seeing the troll still wedged in between with his club in his hands. You might get that just thinking back as you're looking at the rocks.
Do you wonder if maybe we weren't meant to get through to this?
Can I, this giant mushroomy thing that came from the roof, what's up the hole that it came down from?
You look up and it's sort of a hole that sort of looks like almost like the water lapped in a river that sort of carves a hole through through some rock. It sort of looks like it's been built from the shape of this thing. What am I doing with my hands? Anyway, going up and going, it's going up and down in the hole. Just always just. Anyway,
it's a 6 out of 10 love making moment.
6 out of 10. Anyway,
Richie,
that's what's happening up there.
So can we see the end of it, or is it?
No, it was going up. This one had sort of managed to get itself quite deep. The others were like only 20 foot up. This one had been 30 foot up, or from the area. But you just see up, and with your dark vision, you just see up, and then it's the same rock and roof, just has a little bit of moisture.
Yeah. Right.
Can I just go and have a look? Is the floor safe down here to stand on?
So you are all starting to get the sense that this room is not. The roof is starting. Every time you sort of start moving and talking, you're sort of just hearing creaks and groans in this space. Some of you don't have any light anymore, but as Emmanuel runs off,
Hey, what the fuck?
It's getting dark, man.
The body of the troll.
The troll is still stuck in the middle. You've sort of pushed one leg to one side so you can make...
Do we search his body for like keys or papers or something?
I think you searched before. There was this one pickaxe and his big club. If you look at the club, you'll see some splinters where it looks like he was trying to wedge the club in and move stuff around in that sort of opening area. You can see those sorts of areas, but other than that, he's got nothing else on him.
So we got two options, as I see it. One is we all stand outside of this cave that's about to collapse and let the Prince Garavid Eldritch blast it until the whole roof comes in. Or
we just leave.
We just leave.
Okay, that's three.
Or we work there and try and take the rocks out. But
It's pretty unstable. They would just looks like it would fall on top of us. So
yeah,
I'm happy. I'm happy to go and investigate over here to see what we're looking at.
The rocks have gone down into the floor, so there must be a cavity there. Just see whether you can. If there's a little path down or a hole.
I'm happy to go and have a look down here and see what this is looking like down here.
Yeah, have a look.
Give a memory. What is there anything we're looking for in here that we've been sent for in particular?
You were only sent here by Feven, or after her death,
a cure
to
clear out the caves.
There are two caves actually that you've been asked to clear out. Other than that, also your self journey to find a cure at this point in time.
I mean, I've got that book to read through, although it seems unlikely.
You read a little bit of the book last week, just to sort of show some elements, but yeah, you need a bit more reading as well.
So can I...
Yeah, you get there. What are you looking for specifically? You're sort of now seeing the third layer of rubble that is sort of after the original, then Garavid, and then a little bit additional from Cirrus that's popped out.
I'm looking to see if there's any hole, any way down, anything. We've seen the rubble kind of go through the floor. If there's anything...
Yeah,
that would give us a way out.
I have to say, even a check wouldn't. There's nothing other than the new rubble that you can now see in that space.
I don't know then.
I think we've got another sack of caves to kill things in. Should we pop off there?
I mean, if it's been a minute. If it's been less than a minute... No, that's fine. Yeah, you don't see anything in this plane.
Right.
What would you like
to do? Go for a wee.
All right.
Cool, Manny. Go. I'm out of options here, fellas. I mean, I go next cave. I think we've cleaned this one out. I guess for whatever's underneath, I'm not sure we're going to get there.
I mean, considering we're not even supposed to be here, which is not our first mission. Are we supposed to be there?
Have we cleared the cave out with the weird things in the water?
No, there's still two in there.
Yeah, and whatever's in the water, we've not got rid of that. And whatever that troll has done, he's managed to screw up really well.
So
I mean,
we'll take
whatever he was picking. Sorry, whatever he was picking in this narrow part. Is there anything there? Is there any gems or anything in the wall? Is there anything magical about this pickaxe?
You don't seem to see anything in this area. I mean, you basically get a feeling that he was trying to stop you from coming into this room. Again, with those insight checks that you had before, it's a little bit like that whole when the kids like you hear a smash from a window, and the kids are like, no, you don't need to go in there.
Nothing to see here.
Get sort of approach. This is a troll that's probably not the most mature of trolls. You got a feeling he didn't want you to come in and see. I mean, from that insight, I would say that you would probably gather that he didn't want you to see whatever was in this room for whatever reason it is, but it doesn't necessarily mean there's a big bad underneath. Just to throw that out there, like
okay.
I say he succeeded in us not
sense from above that perhaps we're wasting our time in here.
I think, gentlemen, at risk of death in rock collapse.
If he was still alive, he might have been able to give you a clue as to what you were doing in there. Sorry, it's just throwing it out there.
True.
But he's not.
That's
so
fair.
You've done your deductions.
I think as Toe said, there's probably not.
There was this thing somewhere deeper down, about sort of 40, 45 feet away, 30 down, 30 across over here that Constantine had sort of seen. You've now got a bit more rubble in this room. Make of it what you will.
I think it's beyond our means, gentlemen. We've blasted it. We've blinked it. What we didn't do was get our hands dirty and actually move the rocks gently ourselves. But I think we've blasted our way past that.
They were the size of buses. So I tried to make them smaller.
What's a bus?
It's like a cart, but without horses.
For commoners.
The horses are on the inside.
Yeah.
And the people are pulling them?
Poor people use them exclusively.
Or people who don't have their licenses. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for bringing it.
Hey,
Poor people and drunks.
All
What
right.
happened to that loud banging noise that we heard like yesterday?
You don't. This room is serene, and you don't hear any loud banging noise.
Do you know how there was that banging noise, and then there was a tinkling
There was
noise?
the thud noise. You don't hear anything at this point in time.
But is that just disappeared out of nowhere, or we noticed that's disappeared because there's no more giant mushrooms falling from the ground, falling from the roof?
You can make, if you want to deduce what you want to deduce, or you could make a survival check or a.
The mushrooms falling from the ground, falling from the roof, making that noise, or is that something else?
Make a survival check, I guess, or investigation, whichever one you want to go with. Yeah, I mean, none of these creatures coming from the roof have made that sound in the meantime. You're probably gathering as you came into this room, you saw how big this troll was. He was, obviously there was rubble there. You're probably able with that check to deduce that banging noise was related to whatever this troll had been doing. Yep.
So these are two, like, essentially one sealed room. So was it like the tree people sealed him into this room, or did he seal himself into this room? How long has he been here? You know, like,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
I'm confused.
Yeah, we'll never know, fellas. Perhaps
he's
like
dead
the
now.
clouds on a windy day.
Breaks your
heart.
heart.
We need a necromancer to bring him back to life. to ask him questions. But yeah, we don't have one. We've got a second cave to clear, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now in the water, those folks in the water, I feel I can summon a hammer of the storms to fire at them from range and blast them a lot easier.
There we go.
It did no damage to him.
Not concerned.
All right. So what would you like to do?
Just I've got Spiritual Hammer as a second level spell, which is just like ranged attack.
All right.
Bonus action every turn.
So you're leaving this room with a troll still stuck, paralyzed in the space with some spores on the ground, but definitely not in your face. Yes, Emmanuel?
Just one question. As a magician, do I know if like trolls' teeth or any parts of trolls are used for any bits of spells?
Oh, that's a good question. I believe that you might get some interesting use out of trolls' teeth.
Okay. I will.
Or at least sale value for jewelry, if not.
Yeah. Can I borrow your dagger, Constantine, just to remove these trolls' teeth while we're here?
Can indeed, but wipe it once you've finished with it, please.
I will, certainly. So I will remove all the trolls' teeth.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Okay. You do so.
We humiliate him in death as well.
You take.
It's just stuff.
You take 4 trolls' teeth.
Okay, cool. I'll wipe the dagger on the trolls. I don't know. Has he got a loincloth or anything?
He's Merkin. Yeah. His cloth strip that he had.
Okay, I'll wipe it on his jerry bag and give it back to Constantine.
Okay. Are you still a bear, by the way, Toe?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
That's what he said. Yep.
Okay.
I've been for an hour. Has it been an hour yet?
No, it's been a little while, but not an hour. Okay, what are you doing?
I really, really don't know.
Actually, how long has it been?
I would say it's probably been. You've spent about 10 minutes for the twice. I would say probably 40 minutes since you slew the troll.
In that case, can we leg it towards the other guys down south?
So we thought there's nothing behind this fountain down here then.
So where we go? So we go. What are we? So let's leave here. So are we going back to the lake of weirdness with the waterfall?
Yeah, there's a fruity lake on it. Yeah, what was left in there? Because obviously,
there's 2 tree people regenerating, but they've probably regenerated by now. I don't know, or whether they will. I know they were the eyes, weren't they, of the monster?
Keith, as you get to where you are, and the bear doesn't have dark vision, but you keep it. I don't think you keep.
What?
Bear has dark vision?
The bear.
Dude, just because they sleep in the dark doesn't mean that they can see in the dark. I don't know. I don't know. Just tell me whether the bear has dark vision, but either way.
No, it doesn't say.
in which case.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter too much. As you get up there and in the light, either way, but Keith would have noticed at first. Both of the twiggy plant life creatures that were in the water up in the top pool are no longer there. And the body that was in the water is also no longer there.
I say.
So is there anything? No. That's the only thing that's different. Is those things have gone. There's nothing new that we see.
Nothing.
I'm going to step into the water, getting ready to cast my shield spell, which I would do as an instantaneous action. Let's see if the spikes are still in here.
In the bottom pool, there were no spikes to start with. If you want to go to the top pool, you can go and jump in the top pool. If you wish to...
Jump's a little over enthusiastic. I'll dip my pinky in
gingerly.
Okay.
Yeah,
and nothing happens.
I'll give it a bit of ankle.
Has it still got the shimmer, like the sheen to it?
Nothing happens. I mean, right at the base of the waterfall, there is a little bit as the water splashes in, as Emmanuel said, when the water is very motile. I don't believe that's a word, but whatever.
It is.
It's the closest to the source.
I'm quite happy with it. As the water's hitting it, it's a little bit shinier. You also see a little bit of a change when it's falling over this rock area here.
Thank you.
But
I knew motility was a word. I just wasn't sure about motile.
Yeah.
But you've stepped into the water with your ankles, and there is no seeming spike of.
Yeah, because they were kind of the eyes, weren't they? Those two tree things. That's gone.
So I'll examine the waterfall face and stuff. Is there anything at all behind it? Anything?
Go up there.
Anything in the pool?
As I sort of mentioned, it's a waterfall in the fact that the water is falling, but it's not like anything, and it's really running along the water and then splashing out over a few of the rocks into the water underneath.
Yeah.
It's not a gushing stream.
So it's coming out of a hole or something, or just a fissure, or?
You looked up at the top. It looks like it's coming out, but it's more seeping out of the rocks somewhat and falling down. There's no like large tunnel space.
And I'll have a good search of the pool. There's basically nothing else in this pool then.
You can make a investigation.
Investigation. There we go.
There's nothing else specifically. There are a couple of nice and shiny sort of rocks that are in the very base, sort of roughly where both of the creatures were in the water. Some just shaped by a lot of water over a long period of time. Just really nice looking rocks. Or
cool. Which but nothing, no planty residue or anything on them. Just nice shiny rocks.
No planty residue on them. Just nice shiny rocks. Just seem to be in that space where they were standing. You don't see any other rocks in any other areas that look as nice and shiny as these rocks. There's 2 in both spots that they were.
Right.
So 4 in total.
Yeah, I'd like to have a
look up the waterfall, see its origin, how climbable it is, maybe.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's flowing out of the this sort of hole, like holes and gaps. It's not an opening as such. It's really just sort of like a spring coming out from where it is.
Can I go to one of these pile of 2 rocks and pick them up?
Yep. If Emmanuel pointed out the rocks before picking them up himself.
I'm happy. So are they pick upable? I thought they were massive. Are they kind of?
No. They're sort of like, I don't know, like a hand size.
All right, I'll pick one up.
Rock. You pick up a very nice looking rock.
I'll go. Look, it's a shiny rock. Aren't these delightful?
Not a fan of the shiny ones, got to be honest, but. Okay.
Do you like them a little bit more brutalist? Your rocks.
Yeah, man, I'm a bit like that.
There was plenty back in the cave
for architecture, if I'm honest, but
there are plenty of rocks back in the cave that are very.
They were fascinating.
If you want to, you can pick up the rocks as well, Garavid. They're very nice, shiny rocks you can put into your inventory that you have.
This can be my new rock of light, as it's nice and shiny.
Bright, shiny.
I shall use this for my light spells from now on. So I'll pocket that as well. Quick administrative question: how do I add things onto my inventory, like Thorol's teeth?
If they are basically in the inventory, then you'll find them. If not, just put them in the extras section. So under equipment, you have at the very bottom other possessions, and you can just add in 4 troll's teeth.
All right, you just type it in,
Just type it in.
Yeah, okay. Right, great, thank you.
So you
4 troll's teeth, shiny rock.
2 shiny rocks, or 1, depending on whether you picked up both.
I'm not greedy. I'll have 1 shiny rock. If anyone else wants a shiny rock,
No.
Okay.
go on, have a shiny rock.
Does the shiny rock look dirty?
Dirty rock.
Or is it very clean?
No,
if it looks a bit grimy, I would have chucked one in with Mundus.
No, it looks looks like a rock that has had water flowing over it for quite a while.
Oh, really smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
It's one of probably.
I spent a lot of time.
He won't enjoy it.
Reading last week. Who is this wee fella?
We found him just here.
Yeah.
Isn't he great?
Have you got any coins you want cleaning? Just pop them in.
Or if you got an itchy bottom, just stick it near the pot, and he'll give it a good cleaning.
He'll clean a coin for you.
Yeah, pop it in, and it'll be like freshly minted.
Go on, no, you do.
Chuck one in, put one in.
Let's share it. You give him a coin. I'll give him a coin.
Yeah. And
you clean it.
You pop it in there, and Mundus is in there already. He's been actually he looks a little bit deflated. He hasn't had a lot of water over the last sort of hour or so that you've been sort of searching through and you went and had a break the night before. So he is a sponge-like entity that does require some form of. But he's a little bit down, but he does sort of slowly ooze his way along towards the coin, and as he gets there, it slowly moves over, and you actually see the coin sort of slowly elevate itself up within Mundus as he's going up, and sort of centralizes it's in there, and you really start seeing the shininess of this coin start to take shape. You've got a
Deristers
goes
absolutely
in there, and once it's
blown away.
Once it's fully clean, and you will have watched this entire process, which goes for about, say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as he's really making sure it's pure and clean. And then at the end, it sort of starts to flow out again, a little bit like when you get a splinter in, and it starts to push it out over time, and it pops out the other side, and you are captivated.
Oh, it's like the best thing that ever seen. Look at that! It's cube. It made me coin all shiny. It's all.
He's so cute.
Oh,
So
who's great?
Who's the first one of us to put our cocks in there?
It's like those cleaner fish.
Hey, I think it needs a water.
But yeah, just splash them in.
Hey, so is that right? I'll just get a tankard and just pour some water on him, if that's okay.
And you pour the water on, and then he just goes, bloop, and like the amount of water you put in there, he just starts to pop back out again, and looks brightly coloured, almost a glow or a shine coming off him with this full amount of water. When he's not got a lot of water, it looks very dull and like the duller parts, but then it pops back up very shiny.
Is it quite solid? Do you think that it could move rock? Could you put it in the hole, bung a load of water on, and then it would just expand out the rock?
You would have really clean rocks.
Yeah.
The rocks wouldn't move, but they would be very clean.
Don't put pressure on him now. Now look, you see, he looks happy now. He's a bit sheen. That's not how the world works. But look at this wee cube. Now we've got to look after him. There's hope.
I think we will defend Mundus to the last of our breaths.
So this is the point where I'd be looking on the internet going, what the fuck do we do now?
I have no idea.
We need to go to the other cave, don't we?
I think so, gentlemen. I think our time here is done.
If there
So
was
you think
something
he
else
tried, but he couldn't find what he was looking for? I'm just intrigued about what these weird stuff that was kind of seen down there. And the fact that the floor's
Prince
gone in a
Garavid,
bit.
but it's covered in about 4 tons of frickin' rock.
Yeah.
In an unstable rock environment.
Well, if we're not coming back, I might as well blast the roof in, innit?
But it's the difference between
go for it.
See if something happens.
Computer games and tabletop RP, and in computer games,
you can get walk through
to like sort it in tabletop. You just don't.
I had my finger in the page just before Garavid did the rock thing. So I'd like to flick back to page number 357 and not blow the rock up with my.
I'm over it. I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast.
I'm leaving the cave.
I'm going to sit outside the caves and have a bite to eat and toss little bits to Mundus in his.
Hey,
Garavid,
you're going to join there.
You want to fire an Eldritch Blast?
I did it with advantage, but I don't know what I was supposed to.
It's okay. It's a rock. You probably would have had advantage. Let's face it.
Mundus, you ever seen a cloud?
Starts to shrivel up.
You fire in, and what you're noticing is when you fire this in, so if you think about one of those puddings that are made that have the inside that's fluid and then the outside, and then when you do it, it starts to crumble in at the top down and sort of flow down where there's a sort of a loose bit and it flows out the bottom and it just collapses at the top.
Yeah. Like a chocolate fondant.
It's something like that right now, and the roof in this cave starts to flow in your direction. What do you want to do, Garavid?
I'll probably move.
Okay. As it crumbles in this space, this man-made space in this rock, for whatever purpose it was originally built, is now just blocked off across this space here as the whole roof and area collapses down from the mountain. And you know that when you came in, there's a mountain above where you've come in. So basically this has all crumbled down from the top.
Nothing to see here. I don't know what happened. I just...
Who would have thought that was going to happen, eh? What a surprise.
You don't know, do you? Don't know until you try.
That's why we're out the front all playing with Mundus.
Don't know. Something.
Yep.
On my way out from where we were at the waterfall out to the front, I want to be using my bare, keen sense of smell to try and detect this dead body. This dead body stinks to high heaven. I want to see if I can pick up any scent of it from here all the way to the front of the place.
Right. Roll an investigation check.
Why?
As you get to the entrance of the cave, or perception? Perception's fine. No, perception would be fine as well. I mean, no, I mean...
Wait. I have advantage as a bear. Again. Fuck.
Yeah. So, as you're coming around and you're really sniffing around, and there's no... You came up close to these creatures earlier. You were near this dead body as you had run into the water and got stabbed at that point in time, and you never really got a full scent of it as it was underneath the waterfall as you would run in there. So you can't really pick up on the smell and the scent. And even though you've got that keen sense, whatever the smell that you were hoping to pick up, it's a long way away. You can't smell it within your area.
I've just had a wander down here to go and have a chat with the manor again. Was there any tracks from the tree people on the side, like any water, like they've got out and carried this dead body with them?
Make a perception or, I guess, nature check.
Okay, nature.
That's a good idea, Garavid. Let's both have a look. He says.
Okay, Garavid, you didn't really see the feet of these creatures in the water. You sort of were spending more time looking in to try to pull out the creature that was in the water. You didn't really get a chance to see many of the tree creatures. Manuel, you did get attacked by a few of them, and you look around, and yeah, you can see some slight watermarks on the ground, but they sort of go for about 20 feet and to the edge of your light, effectively. Actually, your non-dim light, whatever it is, the full light, and it starts to be like when you walk out of a shower with wet feet, that they're sort of wet for a bit, and then you start to not really see any further from there. But yeah, you can imagine that they got up and walked out.
Are they? They look like I'm probably not good enough, not with that 10, to know whether they're actually carrying something.
I mean, there's water on the ground.
I mean, is it muddy ground? Is it rocky ground?
No, I mean, this is the sort of rocky, mildewy ground that has been throughout the whole cave. You see a little bit of
indentations
larger,
then,
but no, nothing specifically that would give you. But they're not there, and there is no dead body. So whether you deduce from that,
annoys me, doesn't it? Hey, where are you going? It's all dark.
I'm leaving. I've had enough. Out we come, Prince.
All right. As you get to the exit of this cave, having spent a lot of time cleaning it out, discovering new elements, fighting off tree creatures, plant life, large shaped mushroom spore cloudy thingies, and a troll. You
don't forget the rocks. We fucked them rocks up.
And attack some rocks. You leave feeling confident that you've cleared this place out of any form of life.
We double check though, because you just never know.
Are we confident though? Really? Maybe have another look.
Yeah.
I think we should torch it just to be sure.
Just you come out and
is looking at me funny.
I feel nervous in saying you do come out and you see and hear the sounds that Toe also heard the night before when seething of this sort of new fauna, sort of at the entrance of this tunnel in the trees, some birds. You can sort of get a feel that there are some small animals around the entrance, coming towards the entrance of this cave over the last, say, few hours that you've been inside and from the night before. And you get a sort of uplifted feeling as you're leaving this cave that even though there was a lot of hurt, both on the entities inside the cave and also yourselves, sometimes falling and being brought back again, you have at least seemingly made it a more livable place for other potentially worthy, potentially not worthy creatures in this forest. You do remember hearing from Fevin that one of the reasons that you needed to clear out these caves was because they were starting to seep into this forest area, similar to what was happening in Fragilac Scar many years ago. So maybe you have achieved some part of helping in that environment.
Well, gentlemen, this gives me great confidence that we're now doing the right thing. Look at the rabbits, for Christ's sake. They're hopping towards the cave. They're doing cute things with their hands.
They look very tasty.
Yeah. A
little bird lands on my shoulder, and I go, all right, like that. Yeah. And that's very sweet. We have a moment.
Eldritch blast him, Prince.
I grab it off his shoulder and
his
eat
audacity.
Yeah. Okay. I would say with that we will end the session just because there were a few people not feeling 100% at the start. So thank you for getting through.
Thanks
You have
so much, Mark.
cleared out the caves. You actually have dealt with a lot, and I know I popped up to level 3 a couple of people, but actually the whole idea was that I would, with killing a troll, I will pop you all up to level 4 for the continuation of this part of the next part of the journey.
Yeah, good job.
Because in terms of...
Does Mundus get to go up a level?
Yeah.
No, Mundus does not.
Mundus
does not get to go up a level. He has cleaned a coin and he's cleaned a pot.
That's true.
Literally what he's done for everyone.
He's built the spirits up. That's fine.
He has.
Yeah. So
he's the beating heart of this party.
I think so.
You've cleaned this out, and it will be up to you all to decide what you do. As Toe mentioned, the original part of the journey to go and try to open up a trade line between a farm and which seems like a long time ago that you set off on that part of the journey.
It's like in calendar months. Wasn't it November we started this?
Yes.
Was it November we started this? And we've done like 3 days worth of campaigning.
If that's okay with the speed, I hope that's all right.
That's brilliant. That's fine.
Yeah,
totally.
That's
fine. Nothing else to do.
In terms of so you've got obviously the farm, you've got the second cave somewhere on this map, and a trip to Bear's Run if all finished theoretically, or it is an open world, so feel free to do what you want. I hope that it doesn't feel railroaded in any direction. So far, you've just chosen to go left, so we've gone left.
Yep.
You killed a bunch of worms. Wasn't even on my radar.
See?
Whatever. So, yeah.
That was like an introduction to our style of RPG. Oh, it's a harmless creature. Not anymore.
Mark has learnt every harmless creature, unless it's Mundus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
It's like, how cute can I make the creature that they won't kill?
Yeah.
How amazed you'll be when Mundus becomes the big bad at the end of this campaign.
Oh,
just growing and growing and growing the entire time.
I think the great big evil is inside us all, and I think that's what that's what we'll realise at the end. It's actually
the whole time.
It was us the whole time.
Mark, did you make those mushroom creatures?
I did. I sort of used them from... I can tell you now... no, I can't. Yeah, I can. No, I can't. You've got another cave.
I was going to say, finish the discussion between yourself and let us know.
It's just a very interesting...
no,
actually... the dynamic of them is very clever. The way that they sort of...
Yeah, I can at least give you what they're based on. I can't tell you the bits that I've changed, but you might be able to work it out.
Just a sort of one hit point, but very dangerous to
Yeah, so I've changed it around a little bit.
Without consequence.
Actually, I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm not going to
tell us later.
They're very interesting.
You build it up and then you just don't tell us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I tell you what it is and then you look it up, there's a bit of metagaming. You would have to completely ignore what I tell you for the rest of the thing. And
don't do that. Just tell us its weaknesses and that's enough.
Well,
I think we know its weaknesses.
Its weakness is being hit. It's got one hit. It's got one hit point and an armor class of 5.
Yeah.
Being hit's a weakness. Being anywhere near it when it gets hit is your weakness. Yeah. Getting hit by it is your weakness.
It's also got a weakness for chocolate.
And just so you know, I mean, I don't know how to play those parts in game yet as a DM, but you got whacked in the face by this giant spore thing very close up. Some of you greater than others. And you do know that 3 people have either died or potentially died from this giant gas spore.
Yeah.
Feel free to make of that what you want. I made you roll dice afterwards.
Get reading more of that book, Cirrus.
I don't know where. I want you to try to not metagame out of that, but I don't know how to necessarily run those. I have an idea, but
I know Cirrus got smoked by it, by one of them.
Yeah, I think
and me as well.
And me also.
I think everyone always.
And being a highly intelligent wizard, I know we need to get a fucking cure for this, otherwise we end up exploding.
Yeah.
So that probably knocks that up the list of things to do.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
on
as a
our
cleric,
to-do list.
Sort of as party medic, if you like, I can find something useful. So, druid, mushrooms, nature.
This book, I reckon. This book that we got from the druid is probably our best bet.
So yeah, and just
Feed the bear some magic mushrooms. Let's see what happens.
Will pick up on those sorts of elements next week. But yeah, I hope that was
very good.
Okay.
Excellent, mate. Yep.
Guys.
Okay then.
Well done.
Good night.
Cheers, Mark. See
Enjoy.
you guys.
Cheers, and yeah.
Pleasure, chance.
Catch you later.
Ta-ra.
See you next time, boys and girls. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Very cool session. Multiple different directions that could have gone, and I love that the choices that they're making from the player, the character. It's cool. Join next time, next week. Let's see where this intrepid party group of strangers, general strangers, where this heads later on. Let's see how we go. Enjoy.